Are you tired of manually creating and sending invoices? Are you looking for a more efficient and cost-effective way to manage your billing process? E-invoicing is a digital solution that allows businesses to create, send, and track invoices electronically, saving time and money. During this webinar, we will be demonstrating the features and benefits of invoicing, including the ability to easily create and send invoices, track payments, and generate reports. We'll also be answering any questions you may have about invoicing and providing tips on how to get started with implementing this solution in your own business. Don't miss out on this opportunity to learn how invoicing can revolutionize your billing process and improve the bottom line of your business. Date: the 10th of February 2023 at 10 a.m. on Zoom. Registration is free. Join us today and take the first step towards a more efficient and cost-effective future. Are you tired of manually creating and sending invoices? Are you looking for a more efficient and cost-effective way to manage your billing process? E-invoicing is a digital solution that allows businesses to create, send, and track invoices electronically, saving time and money. During this webinar.
Okay, so good morning. Good morning. I want us to respond so I know we are all here. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so it means my sound is working. But I want to see the rest of us can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can also hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so my name is Andrew Azasu, CEO of Ancomedia. For about 2-3 years now, I've been spending a lot of time to look at business automation, how we can use technology to help our businesses, and I've done it consistently for some time now. So those who normally do business with me, you realize that when you are doing a shoot, with me and you go and book, automatically you will probably receive invoice and all of that. Okay, give me a minute. Let me sort somebody out quickly. Somebody couldn't join because the a minute. Let me send a link to someone. Okay, sorry. I think some people didn't even know that the link was sent to their email. Okay. So if you can't hear me, you can just leave a text for me in the chat column. So let me quickly share my screen. Can you see my screen, my share screen? Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so today we'll be looking at invoicing, okay, and we all know what an invoice is, okay. So invoicing is the process of creating and sending a bill or invoice to a customer for goods or services that have been provided. Now, I've seen a lot of people make mistake with invoicing and the invoice and then estimates, okay. So for example, somebody wants to have a fair idea of how much you are charging for your services, or you are selling a product, somebody wants to have an idea. Normally you see that, especially in Ghana, people are going to ask you for invoice. Okay, that's what people normally do. They will say, oh, send me an invoice. You send the invoice, you haven't provided a service or the goods, and then you have your invoice there, the person doesn't come again, and then that is the end of it. Okay, now invoice is supposed to be for it's supposed to be a document that is for things that you have already done or you are sure you are going to do. Okay, so that's when we bring in an invoice, because it's supposed to request for payment. So then people always make mistake with estimate and invoice. Estimate is just giving an idea to the person that this is the amount. So for example, I am a photographer. If you want to know how much I charge for live streaming, okay, I will send you an estimate and give you a deadline, the due date. Now, if you decide to come back and then you have given me assurance that, oh, the program is coming and all of that, and I have even done it, then I will send you an invoice, okay? But estimate is supposed to just help the person get an idea about your services or your goods. So let's know the difference, because in this tutorial we're showing you, we'll look at the estimate and how you can convert your estimate to your invoicing. Now, invoicing is one important aspect of your business, and for so many years I have been in business for some time, and it's something we don't normally do. Okay, now for record keeping sake, some of us, we cannot even keep record of our clients. Okay, so their phone numbers, their email address, and all of that is difficult to save them. We just transact business with them and then we let them go. There are potential clients who will probably come back, so there's a need to keep their there's a need to keep their details, their contacts, so that in case of any thing you want to share, promotions and all of that, you can easily share with them. Me, I use my WhatsApp contact a lot. All my contact, there's a reason why you're on my contact list. So me, I will share it until you tell me that, oh, the ads are too much. All of that, we get that. But it's very good to keep record. You have to do a very good bookkeeping. Okay. Now, if you want to also track payments, invoicing is also very good for you. Now, tax is one of the things we don't like in Ghana. Yeah, we don't like tax. Me personally, when you take a picture of somebody, somebody comes to the city, you take a picture and you tell the person to pay tax, you know, the challenge. But I normally do one-time tax. So it's able to tell you that this is the tax you are paying and all of that. Then you can also build tax, you can also build trust and professionalism in whatever you do. Once you send an invoice, the person knows that this business is legit, is a very professional person. Okay, so it's very important to do that. And you can be able to control your credit. You know who is owing you, who is not owing you, how much is coming in, how much is going out of your business. Now, there are a lot. I'm just listing some of the top few ones that are in the system. There is a lot of softwares. Now, we have some you can install on your machine. There are some that are cloud-based, okay? So if you look at QuickBooks, Xero, FreshBooks, Zoho, Wave, there are a lot of them in the system. Even if you go to your app store right now, you just type invoice, you get a lot of them, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you only one, which is the Zoho invoicing, okay? Now, this software is a cloud-based software, and the reason why probably I have gone for this one and I've been using it, I've tested a lot of them and I decided to use this one because it's cloud-based. So wherever I am, I can use it. You can use it on your phone and all of that. Now, Zoho is like an accounting firm kind of, because they have a lot of software, okay? So those of you who are not a small business, okay, somebody say the sound is low, right? I'm coming, let me increase it for you. Is it better now?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, so if you have a challenge or you want to ask a question, just raise your hand and I'll be able to do that. Thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, Zoho Invoice is what we'll be using. Zoho has a lot of apps, okay? So for example, my business, I don't normally use the Zoho Invoicing. I use Zoho, what we call Zoho Books, okay? Because that one is more, it's more complicated. I like things that are complicated. It's more complicated. It has so many functions. So if you're a big business, you can go for that one because you can actually create what we call chart of accounts. Okay, so if you have an account with EcoBank, Fidelity, and mobile money, you can create those accounts and know where the monies are going. So if somebody pay into those accounts, you can actually locate those money in those accounts. You can transfer from this account to that account, and the Zoho Books is going to do that. But for Zoho Book, you have to pay. Okay, you have to pay. I think the list is like $8 or $9. But Zoho Invoicing is free, and then you can also use it on your phone. Now, let's look at some of the features. Okay, now for Zoho Invoice, you can customize. So customization, you can customize your invoice, your receipt, and all of that, and then your estimate. There's a template there. You can choose the template, and then you customize it. You want where you want the things to be. Then there's an online payment. Unfortunately, if you're in Ghana, it's difficult to do the online payment. Okay, those of you who are outside, for you are joining from outside, so PayPal, Stripe, and all of that will be able to work for you. Then you can do reoccurring invoices, like people that pay you every 9, then maybe monthly, yearly. You can do invoicing for them so that once it's reoccurring, it will automatically send them an invoice to pay you. It supports any currency. Okay, so if you are in any country, you can select it. You can do time tracking. Now, time tracking in Ghana, I don't see where it works because we don't work on hourly basis. Okay, people want you to work for them and then you charge. People want to buy an item and all of that. Okay, so the time tracking work for people who are working on projects. So there is a project that when you select a project for a particular person, you can track the time and say that you have worked for 5 hours and 5 hours is this amount. So it's able to do that tracking for you. You can also manage your expenses. So your money is coming in, it will be going into other things. So you'll be able to record what you've used the money for, where the money is going. And one nice thing is that you can even calculate your mileage when you are using a car. Okay. Now, one nice thing I like about this is that you can be able to do report and your analytics. Okay. At the end of the year, I have done my year to be from February to February. So after a year, my whole system is going to reset and bring my whatever amount I have for it. That's for the Zoho Book. I think the same is with the invoicing. Okay, you'll be able to see how much is coming in and then how much is going and all of that. Then you can also do integration. In the future, in some of my classes, I'll be teaching business automation and integrations. Okay, so for example, those of you who are providing a project, do consulting and all of that. People want to book, so people book you. I will show you how you can use software for booking. So when people book you, we can automate it. Once they book you, their contact will be picked automatically into Zoho Invoicing and then create an invoice for them. It's possible. Then it will send them a message and then send them a reminder. Okay, so that's one nice thing about the integrations. There are a lot of integrations you can do. You can even do Google Form so that when people fill their contact, it will automatically load into your invoicing app for you. Then we have the mobile app, and then you have time zone that it supports. Okay, so if you're in a different continent and then your time zone is different, it will be able to support it. Okay, so that is it. So yeah, so this basically about invoicing. Now what we'll do is to look at the software itself and see how we can use it. If there is any question, I'll take it. I hope I'm clear now.
Yeah, you are clear.
Okay. So as I mentioned, this works on both phone and on your laptop or your desktop because it's a cloud-based, so you can actually select the options that you want. Okay, it's very important. I will want to connect my phone, or let's go to my browser. Let me look for invoicing. Okay. So the name is Zoho Invoicing. Now you need your logo, your details and all of that to be able to. So you can just type zoho.com/invoice and it will come. So there should be sign up somewhere here. Now I use a lot of Zoho softwares. Okay, I use a lot of them. I use Zoho Bookings, Zoho Books, Zoho Flow, a lot of them. So you will not see me to sign up. You only see access Zoho Invoice because my system is already signing into all of them. Okay, so if you access it. Now, one thing about this is that I'm not using Zoho Invoice. I'm using the upgraded form, which I pay for, but Zoho Invoice is free. So I just use this one to show that I'm going to use to show you today. Okay. Now, what I did was to add some of you as once you are registering on Zoom. I did an automatic picking of your names to create you as a customer here. So we use it to do illustration. So if you come here, you can see some of you, your names are here. Those of you who registered. Then those of you who use your company name, you are here. Okay. So then we have the email, and then we have yeah. Now it's not able to load the phone number. I don't know why. Let me check. Okay, so the phone number is here. Okay. So for example, this person, Veronica Gagnon, I can just send an email to the person. Okay. I can just go in and create an invoice for the person and all of that. So we'll look at that. So let's start with the dashboard. So this is how the dashboard is going to look. It's showing you the total receivables. Okay. So you've created an invoice. It's showing you how much you should be expecting. So that is the total receivable. It will show you what is overdue amount. It will show you. It's going to plot a graph for you every month. So you see the money that is coming in, what is going, and yes, so it's going to show all of them over here and then tell you that total sale for the month, the year. This will be here until the end of the year, where you will have to set the end of your year. So it could be from January to December or anything you want, but it should be one fiscal year. Now, if you're also working on projects, it doesn't work in Ghana because people want you to charge and all of that straight up. They pay you. If you are going to take 5 days to do the work, they don't care. So this is what to show here. Your expenses will also show here. Okay. Then your sales receipt and due will also show here today. So this week, those who are owing this week. So this quarter, these people are owing. Now, this is just an amount I have created, which is not true. It's not like anybody's owing me this amount. Okay. So this is what the dashboard will be showing. Okay. Now, let me not forget, when you sign up, they will ask for your name, your organization, your currency, and all of that. You just go ahead and enter it, create a password. Okay, that's the first thing. Sorry, that's the first thing you have to do. So once you've set password and all of that, you can log in. Okay. Now, when you come to, you see where my name is. You can see that this is the name of my organization that I've put here. So I can go in and manage. Okay. Then I go to my organization. So I can go to setting profile. Then, so you see organization name. This one is red. It means you by all means have to select it, my industry and all of. So you answer all of this, your phone number and all of that. You have to use your email because once you send it to people and they will have to reply, it will come to your email. Okay. So you have to do all of this. Okay. That's the first thing. Now, let me quickly show you how it looks on the phone. Let me show you how it looks on. So I'm going to go off the sharing of the screen so that I can load my phone for you. Give me a minute. Let me see how I can bring in my phone. I hope you can all hear me now.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so as I'm setting my phone, if you have any question, you can even ask. Let me set my So can you see my phone?
Yes.
Okay. So you just go to Play Store, or if you are on the iPhone people, how do they call it? I'm not an iPhone fan. Or it's just Store? App Store. Okay. So you just type Zoho invoice. Okay. So it's here. And then you install it. Okay. Mine is installed. Then you open it. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. So welcome, Anchor. This is the interface you'll be seeing. So you'll see that you have add customer, create invoice, record expense, and then log time, which is for project. Then when you come to the 3 lines you see at the top there, okay, here. Now you can see that it looks similar to what we are seeing on the desktop, okay? So you can go to your dashboard. Now you see what my dashboard is showing. It's showing me overdue amount is 100%. So it's showing you graph, to show you a graph of your expenses and all of that. So see what is showing and all of that. Okay. So it's going to be the same. You use your phone to do it. So if you are anywhere that you want to home, when you go to home, you'll be able to go back to your dashboard. So if you want to add a customer, you can just go to add, and then so it's either the person is a business you are dealing with or an individual. You go to individual or business, you enter their detail. Okay. So I'll go back to. So that is how it's going to look on your phone. So it's possible to use your phone. That's one nice thing about Zoho. You can use your phone to create an invoice, and then once you send the details, the person will receive it. Now, one of the difficult things you'll be facing is the customer's detail. Okay, so it means you have to ask your customer to send you the detail, or you have to create a form. I don't expect to spend much time. I have shown you how to even do what we call link tree and those ones to let people message you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen to go back. So if you can see my screen, let me know.
I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So as I mentioned, this is where you see when you come to the settings are at the top here. When you come to setting, you go to your organizational profile or organization profile. You'll be able to do your setup, your phone number, your whatever, your address, and all of them here. Now, the reason why you have to do this is that when you are doing your invoicing, this will have to appear on invoice. Your invoice must have certain details, and it's very important, your phone number, your email, all of that, okay? So you have to do it here. Now, you can also add users to your account. So I am the only user here. I have an accountant. I have people who should see, or those who are working for me, you should be able to create an invoice. So you can add them, okay? So you ask for their email, you click on invite user. So you enter the name, email address, you give them a role. Now the role admin means the person have control over your whole application. Staff, there are certain limitations to, okay, access to all modules except report and setting. So you can select any of them and see. So staff assigned to only customers. So the person can only add customers and all of that. There may be a reason why you don't want your workers to see how much is coming and all of that. So you can set rules and all of that. And then when you send, the person will receive an invitation. The person have to accept the invitation, and the person will be able to download the app and use it on their phone or on the desktop and still log in into your system with their password. They will create a password and all of that. Okay, it's not your password they'll be using. They will use their own password to log into the system. So this is how this one will work. So you can add more people to your invoicing. Now, I will not be going to preferences because we'll look at that later. Because this is where you are going to customize your invoice and all of that. So if you go to invoice, you can see allow editing of sent invoice. You can say that I don't want to allow editing of sent invoice, customization. Okay, so don't worry about this. We will come back to this place to see. Then, so you can also see we have the currencies here. where you can set your currency. Now we are using Ghana cedi, okay? So if you are in another country, you can set your currency. If you use tax, you can set the tax. The challenge with tax for Ghana is that, you know, recently the way they did the taxing system, you do 6%, that is for NHIS, and then one other thing, then you calculate it on the total amount before you add and then come and do the 12.5%, which they have even added 2.5%. It's so complicated. So I'm even contacting them to find a way to be able to rearrange it, because that is not the standard way of doing an invoicing like globally. But Ghana, I don't know how they did it. And so you are paying more in terms of the tax. But if you want to create a tax, some of you have a flat rate. Some of your business, you have a flat rate of 3%. So you can just go to new tax, then you do your 3%, you give it a name, and then you do your 3%, which you apply to your invoice, okay? Now the expense category is also very important. Now you can continue with whatever is here, or you can do a new one, depending on your expenses. So maybe you buy more of Vodafone data. So you can go to new category, okay, and then do Vodafone data. Okay, you can give it a description that, oh, this is for Vodafone data that I've been buying. Then you click on save. So it will be here. So you see that they have explanation for all of them, description. So you can do it so that when you are entering invoice expenses, you can actually know the category of expenses is going to. It's very important to do. You should, at the end of the year, you should know that this amount has gone into electricity, has gone into water. Now, the idea is that when you are able to do all that, you can cut down on certain things, okay? This year, I have done analysis for my business, and I realized that I spent a lot of money on equipment. So I have promised myself that this year I'll be very careful. Even though I like buying equipment, this year I'll be very careful buying equipment. Okay, so you will have to customize it, put all that you have and put them here, okay? Now, when you come to the template, that is where you go and look for the template. So if you look at the invoice template, you can go and customize this. Okay, when you click on edit, we'll look at that. Then when you come to new, you can select more of them, how you want it to look like, okay? You can select how you want it to look like. So I'll close this and then we'll come back. Some of these things, I'm just going to show you so that when you go back, you can have enough time to do it yourself. Then email. Your email invoice notification, you can go and show. So they have done the statement on it already, okay? They put the text and everything. So how you want to, so thank you for your business. Your invoice can be printed, view, or blah, 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 blah here. Okay, the person can click on view to see the invoice, or the person can download it as PDF. So this is what you'll be sending to the client. So that is the emails. Then you have reminders. So if you enable reminder, this is day 0, which means that if the invoice is due today, the person will receive an email telling the person that you are owing. So what is the message? This to remind you about the payment details for the below invoice, okay? If you have paid already, please accept our apology and sincerely ignore this reminder. There's another one. You can turn this on and give it a time, okay? So after how many days, maybe after 3 days, if the person didn't pay, I should be able to send this message to the person. So you see that I've enabled it. Then the third one, you can do it maybe after 5 or after 10 days. Now, there's another one you can also turn on here, okay? So you can enable this reminder after a number of days. So a reminder will be sent to the user in your organization. So this one is to you. Once the expected payment date is chosen from the invoice deadline page and the sent invoice, okay? So once these reminders are coming, you will also receive that, hey, this person is owing you. So that is it. It works fine. I've used it. Now, online will not work for Ghanaians. I am using online for the Zoho books. Okay, I'm using Paystack. So people can pay me online with my invoice. When I send you an invoice right now, you'll be able to pay. But this one, all these payments are not in Ghana. So those of you who are outside Ghana can take payment from any of these, okay? Then integration. Okay, so there are some integrations. If you are on Zoho, other platform, you can integrate it. There are other apps. So your Gmail, You can connect your Gmail and all of that, but it should be the, yeah, so you can enable it so that it integrates with the whole system. But later, I'll be able to do another class where you can use some free integration software to integrate some of these things. So you create a form, somebody contact you as a customer, you let the person fill a form. The person will now, the form will now be generated into your invoice. So let me just go back. It will generate into your invoice, create a customer, and then send an invoice to the person, okay, depending on the amount that is there. So as I was mentioning, this is what you see on the dashboard. We've just gone to setting, and then we are back to the dashboard because we'll go back to the setting if we have more time. So this is the dashboard. Now the next thing is the customers. So you can just go to new. If you can also see new here. You can just go to new, click on new, and then you, so if the person, you are dealing with the person as a business, you can enter the business, don't even enter the name here. But you can also enter the person who is contacting you as the primary name for the business, because there's somebody who has contacted you, so you can enter the person's name with the, okay. Then individual, you have to go to this place. So for example, if it's an individual and I'm saying it's Von D, okay. Let me just use my name against Von D. Von D, don't be angry with me. Okay, so then the display name, maybe I want it to be Von D as the email and all of that. Now the phone number, okay, so you can do both. You can just put it in both. Then your the person's website, if the company or the individual have a website, you can enter it. Now there are more details that you can ask for the person. But one thing about Ghanaians is that if you're asking too much questions, they will not answer you. I know some of you registered, you saw, yeah, somebody's asking if it can run on multiple devices. Yes, it can run on all devices. Okay, so as I was saying, some of you were registering, you saw phone number there, some of you didn't put phone number. So those of you who didn't put phone number, when I want to send you an SMS, I can't send it because your phone number is not there, okay? Clients will not want to give you details. Some people will not give you their full name. They will just say, my name is this, Andrew, or they will do Andy, and then their email address. Some will not give you. So it's a challenge, but you have to ask them. You have to tell them the reason why you need their detail. Now, one nice thing about this software is that you can create a portal for your client. Okay, you can create a portal for your client, and your client will go to that portal with his or her password and login details to see if they are owing you and all of that. They will see the progress of their invoice and all of that. So this is where it is. You see, enable portal. So you can allow portal access for this customer. You have to let the customer know that you have allowed portal access for them. So they will have to go and accept it, log in. Now, if you have a client that you'll be dealing with every time, it's best they use the portal so that when there's an outstanding amount they have to pay you, they will go in and see the portal, and they will see the invoice. They will see all the amount they have been making and all of that. They will be able to do that, okay? Now, you can also add contact persons. So you see that you are dealing with a business. Yesterday, there's a lady called me from a different organization. The same organization, I've had about 3 people call me on different things. So I've added all their contacts, okay? So that when you are sending your invoice, you can decide whether you want to send it to all of them or you want to send it to just that particular person, okay? But these details will be there forever. So you can add so many people. You can see that the option is there to add a lot of people in there, okay? So that's with the customers. I'm leaving this page. I'm not saving that detail. So I have some of you, your name here. When we get to the invoice, we'll try and put some things here. Now let's go to this item. So I'm putting an item here. I have cake, photo book, studio, blah, 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 blah. Now you can put the things you sell, okay, your goods and your services here with the amount. Now, the reason why you are doing is that you don't want to go to the invoice side and now coming to type cake, this amount, rate, and all of that. You have done it already. So once you pick it, it saves time and all of that. So you can go to new, okay? So if it's a goods, who is here selling some item? Can you mention an item you are selling? Let me see. Please, those who are selling items.
Disinfectants.
Okay. Do you have a name of the product?
Just disinfect.
Okay. But you don't have other details. If you have other details, send it to the chat session for me. Okay, somebody put LED light. I don't think you have description for. Okay, so let me just put 1,200. I know those things can be expensive. The unit will not, the measure will not, we don't have the unit, so we don't know if it's a boss or any of those things, or it's just a piece. So let me just put one piece there. Description. Okay, I'm just going to put these two here. So those of you who have product, you can put it in the comment section and I'll be able to. So description, I will say that it's a Godos LED light for photography and video, right? So you can add more thing. It has maybe 3200 lumens, okay, to 5,000. Please, this is my field. That's why I'm able to. Okay. So this is the description. If you have a tax for this particular item, you can add it. If you don't have tax, just forget about it. Then you save. Okay. So once you save it, you see that it's here. LED light. Then you can go to new. Please, who is sending another item? Throw pillows. Okay. A throw pillow, how much should I put there? Let me put 200 series there. Okay, 180. So please, those of you who want to buy throw pillows, you can contact to get it for you. It's just 180. Okay, so you can make a description. Okay, so it's a lap shape. These people, they should have made you put even the picture there though. Okay, but the invoice will not have a picture, so let's forget about that. I will later also teach about, you see, some of you want to do a website, e-commerce website. I'll teach you, sometimes it's become expensive. I'll teach you an easy way to do a website in the comfort of your home. You can still sell once you send the link and the money will come to you. Okay, so you can apply tasks to it, but forget about the task because you can actually apply tasks to them in the invoicing. So I will save this one too. Hey, none of you is selling again. Okay, so me, I'm okay with what I have. Now, so you have this. Now let's go to estimate. Okay, so I have some two estimate there. Now I explained from the beginning that we normally mistake estimate for invoice. People normally say, oh, I want invoice. When the person haven't committed or you haven't done the work or you are not sure the work will be done, don't send an invoice to the person because the invoice is supposed to generate the money. You are asking for money with the invoice. So if people want to have a fair idea of your pricing or the price of your item, just send them an estimate and put a due date on it so that when they don't pay, you move on. Because what is going to happen is that your dashboard is going to tell you that this money is a receivable. So you should be expecting it, okay? There are people that my business, the reason why I even take my money before you come and all of that is that you create an invoice for people and then they call you that, oh, my mother is sick today. Then the next time they say, oh, my grandfather is also sick. So I don't like those excuses. So normally I will let you pay, give you an invoice and all of that. And then you take your receipt. So let's go to new. Okay. So let me just use Amy as all of you, your contact, most of you, those of you registered early, your contact is there. So reference, you can give a reference, let me say, below, or if you have your numbers, you can use for reference because this will generate the estimate number for you. Okay, you can see the estimate number is 3. Then this is the estimate date. So I'm giving it to you today. The estimate date should be today. Then it will expire at the end of the month, 28th. Okay, so the person will know that this will expire. So after that, if my price increase after this date, it means you have to pay for that price. Now you can also add sell persons. Okay, if you have people who sell yours, you want to track who have created it, you can go to this place, then you add a new sell person, especially those of you who are selling. Okay, so then you select the person. So let me just probably use my name. Now you are not doing a project. This is for people who are doing project and charging on hourly basis. So you can select the project. Okay, so you can give a subject. I can just write pillow. Okay, then this is the subject. When I come to the item detail, now this is where your items will come in. So I'll go and select the throw pillow. So you can see the invoice has the rate, the quantity. So I'm looking for maybe 3. Okay, so 3 is 540. You can apply a tax here. You can apply a discount. So let's say I'm giving the person 10% or 5% discount. So you can see that it's here. Now it's in percentage. You can also do it in an amount. So if I'm just giving maybe 20 Ghana cedis, you see that it subtracts it from here. So you can go to the second line and add another item and be adding. So another line until you are done. Now you can also add your shipping charges. So let me say it's 35 Ghana cedis to my place. So you can see the amount has changed from here. Now the adjustment can be minus or addition. So for example, I want to give you a discount at this level. I can just write discounts there and then do plus. Or okay, the discount have to be minus. Let me say I'm removing 50 cedis. Okay, so on the invoice they will see that, on the estimate they will see that you have given them this, but I don't see why I want to give you a discount, all of these discounts at estimate. Okay, but you can also give, if you think the person you want to give it to the person, you can, but this is what you get. Then this is the customer note. So looking forward for your business. Now you can do this yourself. You can put in your own test. Those of you who have challenge with coming up with content profile for your business, you can get in touch with me. I will show you how you can easily generate those profile write-ups and all of that. You can do it online. It's very easy. If you have terms and conditions, you can put it here. Now you want to probably attach some files to it. You want to show the person, this is what I can do. You can attach the files once the person do it. Now create a retainer. So we are not using this. So this is the email it will be going to, or you can add another person to send this to. So you click on save and send. Okay, so this is it. This is an email. So this is the amount. Now you see attach estimate PDF. It will be selected. So once you send it, the person will receive a PDF. So let me send. Amy, if you receive it, let me know. So now when you send it, this is where you come to. It has gone. This is what has gone to the person. This is the estimate. You see how it is showing with my logo. If I didn't enter my phone number in the others, it will appear here. Now you can, if you think the person is saying that it didn't go, you can go to mail and send again. Okay, you can go to the mail and send again. Now, some people will not go to their email. That's one challenge about we Ghanaians. We don't like emails. So you have to go to the PDF and print and go to PDF. When you do this, it will download PDF for you. Then you open your WhatsApp on your machine and send it to the person as PDF. Okay, so you can see this is the PDF of the estimate. Now, the invoice, I don't even want to go to the invoice. Let's forget about, I will come later. I will probably look at the retainer invoices. There are some things I added there that probably you don't need, but I will come back to them later. But let's look at this. Now, you see that they are even asking you to convert to invoice. So if the person has agreed, you have done the project and the person need an invoice for you to take your money, you can convert it to invoice and it's the same. Let's go to invoice and see. So I'm going to create invoice. Look at this, it's the same. Okay, the only thing I'm saying here is to set a payment gateway, which I'm saying is not working for Ghanaians because our payment gateway is not there. I have it with books, so you can, when you assign you an invoice, you see that pay online, then you can go and pay online. So you see that it's the same. It's just that this is an invoice and this is estimate. So you can even just click on, let's say the one I've sent to her right now, then I'll convert to. So when I click on convert to invoice, you see that it's the same thing that has come. You see, the due date has changed. So I will change the due date to maybe 13th, that's Monday. Then I'll send to her. Okay. So I'm sending. So she will receive this. Now you can also set the reminder here, or you can stop it. So you can even send, you can even go to your this thing and send the reminder now, or you start. So when I click on start, it means she will be receiving the reminder as I have set up in the setting. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so she says she has received the invoice and all of that. And you will also see a PDF attached to it. Okay. Now let's go to sell invoice. Some of you are selling in a store. Some of you are selling in a store. And people come and buy. They don't need an invoice. They just buy and then you give them receipt. So this one works for that. So you just go to this place, you add the item. Okay. Let me select customer. Vondi, if I have you in the system. Who else is here? Vondi, you didn't register early. Okay, your name is there, it's BB. Okay. Now remember, I'm searching for Vondi, I'm not getting it. So the first name is what the BB is what they are using. So the person is buying today. So this is the date for the receipt. And then your receipt, the code. Okay, I can add a sell person. Yeah, so the person is paying cash or Momo. Now, some of you will not see mobile money. Okay, so you have to go to configure payment mode to set mobile money. So if you click on add new, you can set mobile money. Okay, because it's not in it, you will have to set it. So maybe she's paying me Momo or credit card or anything, and then I'll give a reference. The reference will probably be you can create your own reference. I don't know how I'm going to explain it, but you can create your own reference that you can use for this receipt. Okay, so when I send it, so I'm unpaid. So this is an instant receipt. It doesn't need an invoice. Okay, they say something was in the note. So this one we have to go to setting and do it. So it wasn't sent. The following placeholder were not replaced in this message. So let me go back and see what. So you have to go to setting and set it up. It's supposed to come. Okay, so it has to do with the note. I didn't say thanks for your business. So this is the sell receipt. You see how this one also look like. So the person is going to receive this. You can download it PDF and yeah, and send to the person on WhatsApp. I have a video. I haven't uploaded it. I'm doing a video on how you can do WhatsApp automation and all of that for businesses. So we'll look at that one too. Payment links is going to work for online payments. So you can create a payment link. So when you send the link to the person will pay online. Now this is where you see your payment you receive. Okay, this way. So anybody who pay your invoice will appear here. Okay, You can manually even enter it if you think the person, yes. So for example, I can select Amy. I've sent an invoice of, this is an invoice, right? For 575. Okay. So if she pay, let's say 200 cedis, they will subtract it from this amount, but let me just select, say she received the full amount. Okay, so it's cash or Momo. No tax was deducted and blah, 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 blah. So I've recorded it. So it's going to send her a message of thank you for this payment. Okay, so it's going to send, so this one you are entering manually. So this is a receipt. So if you create an invoice for the person and the person pay, you have to come to payment, receive. The sale is you are in the store, or you have somebody have come to you to do something and the person pay instantly. The person didn't have an invoice, you use the sale receipt. Okay, reoccurring invoicing, you can create a reoccurring if the person will be paying every month, every year. You can create it. Now automatically this will send it to the person, so never expire. So you can set a date, it will expire. So every month automatically invoice will be sent to the person. Okay, I don't know if some of you are interested in the credit note. The credit note, for example, you want to refund money to somebody, so the person has paid you, you want to refund money, or you want to give some percentage to the person after the person has paid you, you can go and create a credit note for the person. So I'll create an amount that, oh, I'm giving the person 10% discount, 10% discount. But you know, I don't want to give cash to the person, or you can even do it and give cash. So then let me select. Okay. So I'm giving her 50 cedis. So I'll not save it as draft. I'll save it as open. Open means that she's having this discount with me as a company. Okay, so this is it. I can send it to her. Okay. So credit note, I can send this to her so she knows that she has this amount with me. I'm giving her this amount. Okay, now it's open. Now what it's going to do is that let's go to invoice. Okay, and create an invoice for her again. So Emmy, Auntie Emmy, today you are suffering in my hand. So studio shoot. Okay. So I'm sending her this. Okay, my system has a task there, so I'm going to take the task out. Yeah, I don't need a task there. Okay. I have not received the payment yet, so it's 400 cedis. So I'm going to send it to her. She should be able to receive this. She should be able to receive this. Yeah. So when I'm going to, so this is her invoice, right? After she has come to do a photo shoot and I have a credit available for her, I'll just apply this credit to her invoice. So I apply it. Okay. So I can, let me just apply the 50 cedis. So I apply the credit to this invoice. Okay. So you can now see that the invoice is now 350. Okay. So so this is how much she's going to pay. Then you can send it to her. Hey, today your inbox will be full. You can send it to her. Okay. Now, yeah, so that is it. Now let's come to expenses. So you can record your expenses. So then you have the category. So maybe it's a car, automobile expenses, the amount, tax, reference, notes. The note is just, the reference and the note is just to help you remember. Now, one thing is that you can even add your receipt. So the person who you have sent brought a receipt from buying fuel. You can upload the receipt to attach to it. It will be online. Okay. Then if this has to do with if these expenses has to do with a customer, then you add the customer. Okay. Yeah. Now you can also record mileage. I don't know how you do it in Ghana anyway, but you can set up, if the person says my car has covered this mileage, you can do your rate and all of that, and then it will calculate it for you. but I don't think we'll use that. So this is how you record expenses. So she bought 100 CDs. When I was going to for a shoot, I used this amount, and she must know. Okay. So I save it. You go to your dashboard. You see that in February, this is the expenses that is showing the 100 CDs. And the expenses chart is here, that this is the amount you are making. So this is what makes this software very nice. You can go to your report. So then payment received, you can check, it will show you all the payment that is received at the report. Expenses detail, we have only one. So there are a lot of reports that you can do here. Okay, if you are using the Zoho books, which you pay for, that one will even generate expenses for you. The expenses, so your statement, it will generate a statement and all of that for you. Invoice details and all of that, all of them are here. Okay, the time shift has to do with the project. Okay, when you are creating a project, and I don't think it works for us, but you can look at it. If you think you charge hourly, you can look at it. Now, let's look at retainer invoice. The retainer, if you have a project, so this one, if you have a project prior to the project, you can create an invoice for them, okay? So before the project starts, you can do that. That's why I normally don't even use it. My concern is the estimate, the invoice, and all of that. My customers item. Okay, now let's go back to the settings. So the settings are at the top here. You go to your setting, reminders. You can go to your reminder and then you set it. I think this is even clear for some of us because I've even done 2 of them already. Okay, we talk about the role, the template. So this is where you set your template. So for example, if I want a new template, I can go in and select. Let me see. Okay, I'm selecting this. Let me use this template. Use this. So you see that it has brought this for me. Now this is where the setup is. So you can go in. If you want your logo, let me go. So this is my logo. This is the header. This is where you load your logo. Okay, you want to show the title. The document title is invoice. And the invoice, what's the color? This is where you change the color and the font color. I can change it to white. Okay, so just select the in between here, and then you can select the color and apply it. Apply. So you can see it's a little white. You preview it, and then you see that it has changed. The background color, the color of my company probably is blue. Then you preview it, you see. So you can go through all this to set it up. You can go to the footer. So the payment option, I'm not doing an online payment, so I'll take it out. But I can add my bank details. So my Momo number, Momo details. Okay, so 0242272384. Please, that's my Momo number. Okay, so you see that it's now on my invoice. So when people receive this, they will know that this is your Momo number. You see, so this is what I've selected. If I'm okay with what I have, the size of my logo, let me increase it a little. So, yeah. So you can change the address and all of that. When I was showing it, I don't think I put in my address. So that's why I was saying that it's very important to put in your address so that all of them, your phone number and all of them will come here. But this is it. The organizational name is somewhere there. So if I preview, you see that it will be gone. Okay. The address is just showing Ghana. So if I were to enter my address properly, it will have shown here. You save it. So this is now your new. So then you come to the setting here, then you set it as default. So this is now your new invoice. So when you go back, you go to invoice. and you create an invoice, what will be sent and you download as PDF, that is how it's going to look like. Okay, so that's basically what you'll be doing with this. So you go to organization profile, you change your things, you go to email, the template, you have the cell, the same way you change the invoice, you can do it for cell and the other ones. Then your reminder, okay, your tax, your expenses, your preference. Okay, so this one, generally I want timesheet to show, so I can take it out because I will not be using it. Retainer invoice, I will not be using it. A payment link too, we don't have payment link in Ghana for the invoicing, so I'll take it out. I want PDF attached to all my things. So you go through all of them. Then when you come to estimate, let me save it. Customer portal. Okay, so customer portal. Okay, so now if you send the portal URL, this is how it's going to be like to the person. So this mine, if somebody wants to join, they can use this to join. Then the banner message, all of that. You can do all those settings here. Then let's go to customer. Okay, some of these things, they are coded, so you just have to leave it. Okay, you leave it unless you know how to change some of these ones, then you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I will take questions. Let's quickly look at the phone again, the mobile app. Let me connect the phone again. Okay, give me a few minutes. Let me connect my phone. Can you see my phone?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm going to the invoice and it's going to open. So you can download the app and install it on your phone. So you see add customer. Yeah. Now the challenge is you have to come and type all these. I think I have to organize another class to show you how you can use Google Form to pick numbers, details straight into the Zoho invoicing. There's a way too, you can even pick invoicing details when somebody WhatsApp you and all of that. Okay, so this is it. So you can see we have the dashboard, we have the customers. This is where you payment receive and all of that, the reports, the settings. You can go into your phone and do it. Okay, you don't need a laptop to do all this. You can do it on all the devices. Okay, so this is how it looks. If you come to home, but I will also advise that when you send an invoice as an email to your clients, please do all to download it and send it to them on WhatsApp. In fact, you yourself, you know that that's our challenge. We don't normally like reading our email. Okay, I am very good with email. If you send me email right now, I'll be able to reply you within a second. I can be talking as if I'm chatting on WhatsApp. Okay, so let's also, as businesses, let's try and make use of our email. So I'll take questions. If there are any questions, you can just raise your hand and then you can talk. Those of you who do booking appointment, go and look for Zoho bookings. Go and look for Zoho bookings. That one to help you. Any question? If you can't talk, you can. Okay, so somebody said, I'm a makeup artist, so I book my clients. Okay, so the booking, that one, you have to use a booking. A booking that is, what's the name? Zoho bookings. Okay, let me share my screen and show you. So those of you okay, so this is Microsoft. I pay for it, but you can use the whole booking. So you can use it to schedule an appointment. It's a nice application, and it's also mobile. So it's the same. So you can add appointment, all of that. So this is it. So this is like your calendar, your services. So you can add. So okay, I think I normally use a lot of software to try and see which one is the best. So for example, I have studio and garden package 45 minutes for 400 CDs. Okay, I set the time, and the description is 15 retouch, 2 dress change, one-on-one. Then the staff, I'm using only Anchor. You can add all your workers. And one thing is that people always want the CEO, they want the CEO to take picture. But meanwhile, I have some people who are very good more than me. Okay, so then this is it. This is where you set your profile. Okay, your time, working hours, because it will make use of your working hours. This one, I will do a video on it, or I will organize another class for those who do booking. Now, this is your where you can, what you can share to people. So if I copy this, I can share to my clients. Okay, so if the person selects this, the person knows that, oh, it's just Anchor. I want the shoot on the 18th. The time, you select your time. So it gives you all the time that are available. Then you book. Once the person book, you will receive an email. The person also receive an email. Yeah, then you can get in touch with the person. You can set this to connect to the invoicing app, so that when the person book, the detail will go to the invoicing and create the invoice for the person. It's a different setup. That one is not easy to do. So you have to contact me, and then I will help you to generate it. Okay, so that is it for the person who asks the question on the makeup artist thing. Any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. In fact, I've really been enlightened about this electronic invoicing system. However, some of us, we really have challenge when it comes to technology, this advanced technologies in terms of electronic means of doing things.
Okay.
So for me, I would have wished if we could have a recorded version, so that we could have practical experience after this session.
Okay, no problem. What initially I plan to do the recording, but I think I'm streaming it on YouTube, so you can. I'll send a link to you guys, and then I'll do a video. I'll do a video of it and also share.
All right. I really appreciate that.
And if you have a challenge with, let's say, okay, let me share my screen again. If there are some clients you will also be dealing with that probably don't want to receive this electronically, right? So when you create an invoice like that for them, just where you see the PDF print, if you have a printer, just go to print, and then you'll be able to print for them. Okay, so if you have a printer, you see that I've added my signature to the invoice. It's there. You click on print, it will load the printer and then print for you. Okay, the signature is just at the settings too. So template invoice. So it should be okay. Additional signature. So this is where I add the signature. So you select the signature, you do it on a piece of paper, and then you go and load it. Okay, then it's going to appear here.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, thank you very much for this session.
You're welcome.
Please, I asked the question earlier. I wanted to clarify so that I get the answer I'm looking for.
Okay.
With the app,
Yeah.
if you have it on your phone and you also have it on your PC, can it be synced so that
yeah, it's synced already. So when I open the one on my phone, it's the same thing you are saying.
Okay, so all right. Yeah,
if I
thank you.
connect to it, you'll be able to see where is it safe. So I created an invoice for you, right? Okay, so you see that your invoice is showing there. I created 2 invoices for you.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So the other one is showing partially paid because I added 50 CDs to it. So
all right.
You see that instantly is here.
Okay.
Yeah, it works like that.
Okay. And can you have different accounts on the same phone?
That I haven't checked. It's a matter of login and log out.
Okay. All right.
It's a matter of login and log out. So if you can log in and log out, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll check that and then if anything, I'll get back to you.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Is there any other question? Please, if your business is big and you want to take payment online, that one you have to contact me. And that one you pay is Zoho. That one is Zoho Books. But whatever I show you right now, it's just the integration. Now, those of you, yeah, hello.
Yeah, please, I'm just, when I joined, it was not long ago, so you very started the file. I don't know if maybe there will be a recap.
And there'll be a link. There's a link, so I'll send you the link on from YouTube. There should be a link from YouTube. Okay. Are you okay? Please, those of you who want to sell online, you can get in touch. I'll show you how you can create your account. You don't probably even need a website, but you'll be able to pay online. But you must have a registered company and all of that, okay? So if there is no question, then it means we all understand. Okay, somebody says, I have a contribution. Okay. Linda, you can talk.
Hi, yeah. Hi, Andy. Good morning.
Hi. Morning.
Please, I hope you are doing well.
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine as well. Yes, so I have a little contribution, as I said.
Okay, so you can go ahead.
Okay. So your presentation was a good one. At least I've learned the difference between invoicing and receipt. I thought they were the same.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I have a little I would say points that I would want you to maybe consider as you go on with this forum or this Zoom meeting. Yes. So the first thing is, I think during your presentation, the first one before you connected your phone, we only saw the back of your head, but we couldn't see what's on the screen. So the next time, I think it will be better if you get maybe 3 people, one checking the connection, and your image should at least face us so that we see you.
I want to see my face. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then aside that, I think some of the words you use, like example, when you get somewhere, you go like blah, blah, blah. I would plead that you would limit it, if possible, eliminate it.
Okay,
Because
and use the
nowadays,
actual word.
yes, these Zoom meetings, you don't know who will be joining, and you don't know who you can earn a contract from.
Okay.
And then the final one is to really plan your sessions. So take out question time to a particular time. Take out when you have to give example to a particular time so that we can follow in that sequence. Okay, so I think I'm done here. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are all learning. If there's no question, I'm launching a poll so you can answer it.
Revolutionize your billing process and improve the bottom line of your business. Date: the 10th of February 2023 at 10 a.m. on Zoom. Registration is free. Join us today and take the first step towards a more efficient and cost-effective future. Are you tired of manually creating and sending invoices? Are you looking for a more efficient and cost-effective way to manage your billing process? E-invoicing is a digital solution that allows businesses to create, send, and track invoices electronically, saving time and money. During this webinar, we will be demonstrating the features and benefits of invoicing, including the ability to easily...
Okay, so I'm leaving my phone number in the comment section. If you have any challenges, let me know. Thank you. And my email. My next class will be on business automation. We'll look at how you can automate your business. So thank you very much. We'll close for today. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a nice day.
You too.